Every second of every day, millions of business transactions are executed worldwide. Inventory is purchased, services are rendered, loans are issued, and salaries are paid. Unfiltered, it is a massive, overlapping stream of economic data. To make sense of this data, investors, creditors, and managers rely on a single, standardized language: accounting. Accounting is an information system. Its purpose is to capture these abstract business activities, measure them in a stable monetary unit, process them into reports, and communicate the results to decision-makers. Because this language dictates the flow of global capital, it operates under strict rules, known in the U.S. as Generally Accepted Accounting Principles, or GAAP, and internationally as IFRS. While company managers use specialized internal accounting to run daily operations, financial accounting is built specifically for outsiders. It translates a company's internal reality for external lenders and investors. The final output of this translation process is a specific set of standardized documents. To evaluate the health and viability of any enterprise, external users look to these statements as the primary, standardized record of financial activity. We call these the financial statements. Mastering business strategy requires first mastering this foundational language. If you cannot read the statements, you cannot evaluate the business. Every complex financial maneuver a company executes anchors back to a single, inescapable rule. This 3D scale represents the accounting equation: assets equal liabilities plus stockholders' equity. Assets are the economic resources owned by the business. This includes cash, inventory, equipment, and anything else expected to provide a future economic benefit. Liabilities are the outside claims against those assets. This is the debt owed to creditors, suppliers, and lenders. Stockholders' equity represents the insider claims. It is the owner's residual interest in the business after all liabilities have been paid. The math is constant. Every single transaction a company makes must ultimately leave this scale in perfect balance. But a single equation only shows us a single moment. How do we track the movement of this scale over an entire operating year? To see how these balances shift, we use the 4 financial statements to track the movement of the equation across a business period. This first glass panel represents statement number 1, the income statement. The income statement measures operating performance over a specific period of time, usually a quarter or a full year. Its core formula is straightforward: total revenues minus total expenses. The result is net income. Because this number subtracts the costs of doing business from the money brought in, it serves as the primary indicator of a company's earning power. Directly next to it is statement number 2, the statement of retained earnings. This statement dictates exactly what the company did with the net income it just generated. The mathematical link is direct. The bottom line of the income statement flows into the calculation for the statement of retained earnings. Management now has 2 choices: pay that profit out to the owners as dividends, or keep it internally as retained earnings to fund future growth. Profits mean little if we don't know how management chooses to deploy them. This brings us to statement number 3, the balance sheet. Unlike the previous statements, the balance sheet does not cover a range of time. It is a static snapshot taken at a single, exact moment. It maps directly back to the accounting equation, listing all assets on one side and all liabilities and equity on the other. This creates our second major link. The final number from the statement of retained earnings flows into the equity section of the balance sheet. Finally, we have statement number 4, the statement of cash flows. This document acts as a reality check. It strips away accounting estimates to track the pure movement of cash in and out of the business. It organizes cash receipts and payments into 3 categories: operating, investing, and financing activities. This ending cash balance ties directly back to the cash asset line at the top of the balance sheet. Because these 4 statements mathematically lock into one another, the reporting system is self-verifying. A change in one document forces corresponding changes across the others. These 4 documents function as a single integrated system, where a change in one ripples through the entire structure. High revenue on an income statement is often misleading if the balance sheet reveals an unmanageable load of debt. True analysis requires reading the whole ecosystem. This interconnected system also creates an intentional tension between reported profit and actual cash. Under accrual accounting, we record the economic impact of a transaction when it occurs, regardless of when cash changes hands. This is why a company's net income rarely matches its bank balance. Mastering this ecosystem provides the framework needed to evaluate performance, judge risk, and make the investment decisions that move capital across the globe.